A few weeks ago, I was thinking about how you can actually increase the range on your SURRON without having to buy a new battery and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Because speaking for everyone, I know you guys have all experienced a moment where you guys are out with your boys, ripping it on the trails, you check your battery, and all of a sudden your SURRON is low and you have to head home. So I spent the last few months contacting every single company that makes portable power stations, and I finally found the smallest one and the one that is capable of charging a SURRON. Because, put it this way, imagine you throw that portable station in the back of your backpack as well as your charger. You can literally triple your range. So, with no further ado, I want to talk about today's sponsor for making this video all possible, and something I highly recommend to everyone that owns a SURRON, e-bike, or even just an electric dirt bike. Introducing the Njoynook outdoor power station. Now, before we unbox this thing and throw it in our backpack and go out and rip and have a good time at the trails, I want to talk to you guys exactly why I chose this power station out of the hundreds that are out there. First of all, it's the most portable option you're gonna get. It comes with AI voice function, it comes with modular function assemblies, as well as 9 ports and a LCD display screen. Completely crushing the game with its surrounding competition. It also is one of the most affordable power stations on the market. It has wireless chargers. It has an app control where you can navigate everything through your palm. Now, the last thing I wanted to mention is this power station can actually be solar charged. So think about it this way. Even if you're out on the trails and this power station is just out on the sun, it is still charging up, kind of giving you a unlimited range glitch for your SURRON. So let's go ahead, get this unboxed because I have a point to prove. And here we have this beautiful power station. As you guys see, we got this beautiful screen that shows you the percentage left on this power bank. So let's go ahead and plug in my phone to charge. And when I mean Njoynook thought of everything, I literally mean it. Now you and the boys just want to listen to some tunes. Well, you simply connect to this portable power bank from your phone and you can listen to some tunes because it acts like a speaker. And just listen to how loud this thing is. This is the perfect accessory if you are an outdoors person like myself. So enough with the yap, let's get in today's video. I'm gonna go ahead, load this up in my backpack, and just take a look at the size of this thing compared to my hand. This thing is not big at all, super light. Probably don't even feel it in your backpack, but let's go hit the trails because I have something special to show you guys. All right, boys, something I haven't talked to you guys about is me and some of my buddies ended up finding this abandoned forest, and we've been building a few small jumps. So that's where we're headed. We got the power station loaded in our bag. Everything's like all good to go, and we'll meet you guys once we get there. All right, boys, we made it to the forest and we have our power station and the charger right there. So when the battery gets low, we're gonna charge up, but for now we're having a little like vlog type of style video today. We're gonna go show you guys the first jump that we got made. Hopefully we can turn this into a track later on. And then we do have some Q&A questions because I don't know if some of you guys saw, but I did post a Q&A on my story and got hella replies. So I'll be replying to some of that and then we'll finish off. All right, so here is what we are working with. We got this massive forest, and don't judge me and the boys too much right now, but we have this first little like setup. We're probably just gonna build off of it. Not big at all, but you know, it's a work in progress. That's kind of what we're at right now. We'll see if we can get any good air time. I'll go ahead and hit this right now. All right, let's see how this jump is. It's been a minute since I've hit jumps, boys. Last time I hit a jump, I think I ended up spraining my wrist, so fingers crossed. Let's check this out. No landing on that whatsoever. Holy crap. I know stuff always looks way smaller on the GoPro, but that jump, no landing whatsoever. You're just landing flat. Let's hit this one more time. Get some decent air. Loki might hurt a little. Holy crap. You guys can definitely hear that on the video. That was my front and my back shock just bottoming out. All right, we need something to land on. But going back to what I was saying, I think this is such a dope spot. You can definitely build out like a full-on track here. So I don't know, we'll work on it and we'll see how far it gets us. But meanwhile, I'm not gonna bore you guys to death. We're gonna absolutely rip the SURRON for the next few hours. We're gonna drain this thing because this place is like 15 miles from my house, so it is a pretty long drive. So I'm trusting my idea a lot because I'm basically gonna drain it to zero and then try using that portable power station, and hopefully it works out. So in the meanwhile, I'll put you guys in the time lapse. All right, boys, holy, we did hella ripping. I ended up hitting that jump a few more times. I'm probably not gonna do it anymore because it literally feels like the forks can just not handle it whatsoever. We need to land it. But what I was gonna talk to you guys about, since we are getting lower on battery, we're gonna go ahead and answer some Q&A questions. First question from TC90404 asked, how many bikes do you own? All right, so if you guys don't already know, I do flip bikes and I do get a lot of them. Right now in the warehouse, I have 6 bikes and expecting to have a lot more in the summer. Moving on to the next question. Someone asked, do you ride SURRON still or not anymore? All right, great question. So a lot of my friends actually ended up selling their SURRONs, so I haven't been able to ride as much anymore, but when I do get a nice bike in, I still ride it. But if you guys don't know, I did end up selling my white personal SURRON, so definitely not as much as I used to, but hey, I'll get back into the bike scene soon. What is the next question? Let's see. Next question. What's the first step teens should take when trying to become wealthy? Oh, wow, that's an awesome question. And my answer is, don't waste your money on stupid stuff. Like, invest in appreciating assets, don't invest in depreciating assets. Number one piece of advice from me. Next question. Is there gonna be a SURRON giveaway? Listen up, 100K subs, I'll do a SURRON giveaway. You guys have my word. Moving on to the next question. How big is your, yo, what? All right, we're gonna go ahead, plug this SURRON in, and yeah, we'll catch you guys back in like 30 minutes once we have to head back to the crib. We started at like 550 miles. We have 592 on the odometer now. So about 45 miles of like constant, you know, giving it gas will drain the battery pretty quick. So we're gonna go ahead, plug this in, and we'll meet you guys once we charge up. All right, I don't know why the fan on my charger is tweaking, but the battery is turned on. So it is charging up right now. Everything is going good. I would say it's about the same speed as your normal outlet charger, so about 1% per minute. So we're gonna wait for a little and then we'll hit you guys once we're back on the road. Once we're heading back to the crib, we'll charge up to like 25% and then we'll be on our way back. Now, we just did a full day of riding, and let's say that at the end of the day, we were in the middle of nowhere and we were camping. Well, Njoynook has your back. Let's say you need to change a tire or you need to get something stuck off of your bike, etc, etc. Well, they have a light, and let's just say it's way brighter than a phone light. All right, boys, we are back on the road. We got 20-some% and we got 10 miles, so we'll make it home. And that's pretty much gonna conclude today's video. If you guys enjoyed the Q&A and stuff, the little life update, it was kind of nice to hop back on the RON after a while. And yeah, leave a comment down below what bike I should get next, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Unlimited range hack is successful and it works. You're welcome.